welcome back. So today we're going to be doing the wreath, and I am set up here on the floor and I am upside down from you. I haven't figured this angle of filming out yet. So I'm going to be doing my St. Patrick's Day wreath, and I bought this at Dollar Tree a couple of years ago, so it's been outside. It's kind of got like some patina to it, but it's a little shamrock, and this part is bendy. And then this is some leftover yellow that I got at Walmart forever and ever ago on clearance. And then I recently hauled this guy for 50 cents. Wally World on clearance. And then this green, see, I'm completely discombobulated here. It was $2 and it's a non-wired burlap. Got that at Walmart. This one I got at Dollar Tree. So it ties the yellow in. And then I have this burlap one that I got at Walmart. This was in the Valentine's or Christmas. I don't remember. It says holiday time, so I'm guessing Christmas, but I got it on clearance. Then I have these little shamrocks from Dollar Tree. I forget you guys are upside down. And then I have my Princess Fuzzy sticks. I don't have any green ones left, but I'm going to do the blue ones, and they'll probably hide really easily. These are like, they're pipe cleaners. They have all kinds of colors. I have some brown ones somewhere that would probably have worked, but yeah, I'm still in like flux in my craft room. And then I put down my cutting mat down here. It's an 18 by 24. I should have probably pulled that sticker off, but I've had this so long now that I don't think it's going to come off. And then the last thing we have is our wreath form. Like I said, I thought this one was 18 inches, and it's actually not. It's only about 14, so it's about 14 inches. But this thing is going to get really big, so it's going to get big. So what I'm going to do is basically work on this wreath and give you guys a tutorial on how to do the deco mesh. And I have this one for St. Patty's Day, and then I have another one coming up a little bit later this week or early next week for Easter. Just because I want to get this one out on my gate, and I will take some pictures and insert those probably at the end of the video of what it looks like outside. I do have my glue guns. I have two little glue guns plugged up. I don't have a big high temp. These are both, I think they're both low temp. Yeah, they're both low temp glue guns, and I keep two of them going simultaneously so that, because you know, sometimes the mini glue sticks, they get hung or whatever, and I just don't have patience for that. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. If you see my crazy pajama pants or anything, like I said, right now I'm over top of the camera. I am not, used to filming in this setup, and I have stuff all over my craft mat. What else is new? This isn't actually a craft mat. This is a rotary mat for like sewing, and I think it came with my sewing machine that I got off Craigslist, so yeah. So there is just the tag. Alright. I'm going to do my best to walk through this whole thing with you guys. And yeah, so first up, the way you do these deco mesh wreaths is you pull out your pipe cleaners, and on these crossbars, so you're going to do an outer and an inner layer. That's if you want the fluffy one. If you want the curly one, it looks a little bit different. But what I'm going to do, because I'm using the green shamrock in the middle, is I'm going to do the green on the outer layer, the gold, like the pot of gold, on the inner ring, and then I'm going to mount the shamrock in the middle and then glue the little shamrocks around. I was going to Mod Podge those, but I was like, you know what, they were $1. If the glitter comes off, I'm really not that worried about it. I'll yank them off and put new ones on next year. So let's see. So if I'm doing the outer rings, this wreath form has really good stability, and what I want to do is I want a minimum of one on each one of these cross members, and then on the inner ring you split the difference. So for the outer ring, I am going to go right here across this support right here. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, pull it up till it's roughly even, like so. And then you're going to give it just a couple of twists, like that. And you're going to leave it up, fan high, with plenty of room here. Now, you don't have to use pipe cleaners. If you don't have pipe cleaners and you're just doing a shop your stash, I have them in my stash. You can use ribbons and stuff. It makes it a little bit more cumbersome because you're tying the ribbons around the deco mesh, but it would still work. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Are you guys ready for St. Patrick's Day? Because I feel like I haven't even pulled out any of my decorations, and I'm running behind because I was sick. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing better. I know a lot of my YouTube crafty friends have all gotten sick lately. Like Beth Graves has been having horrible allergies, and Chronic Scrapper has this horrible case of the flu. Bless her heart. I mean, y'all, I hope you get better, because I had the spring cold, and I was just like, this is rotten. So I couldn't imagine having that flu or the allergies, which I will probably get a bout of allergies because we have something up here. It's called what is that called? It's not goldenrod. It's Scotch bloom. It's really bright yellow flowers. And oh my goodness, that stuff sends me into a tizzy every summer. So that's the outer ring. That's how simple that was. You could do more if you want more floofies, but I want just a billowy look. And then I'm going to do the inners. So the way we do the inners is what I do to hold them in place is I go under this bar. So basically I'm going to weave it back and forth, because if you just put it on the one bar, it's obviously gonna slide around. And I mean, it's still gonna slide, but it's not gonna slide nearly as bad. So that's all that takes, one little twist. And then we just go on to the next one. And I'm gonna under, over, and then go up in between. Now, some wreath forms don't have this many bars. I know some of them that I've gotten at Walmart don't. Hobby Lobby sells these things for really, really expensive. So I would not recommend Hobby Lobby to get your metal wreath forms. You can also make these out of pool noodles. I think Dollar Tree has pool noodles right now. That you can get these out of, or make these out of. You're just gonna need to kind of wrap it instead of doing this method. If you get a pool noodle or some other kind of wreath, you'll probably have to wrap your deco mesh. This thing it starts looking like a spider a little bit, so bear with me. And I am literally on my hands and knees here, just so I could get you guys a full view, because I did one of these wreaths back in, I want to say November. It's a burlap. I have it up there, and it's in a storage bag, so it's not readily accessible, but basically I did it, and I did it up on my desk, but the problem is that wreath form is a 24-inch wreath form. So it wouldn't fit. And even this one, when I start getting the deco mesh on there, it would never fit up there on my desk with like filming. Like you guys wouldn't be able to see what I was doing. And I want to do this so that you can actually see what I'm doing, so you get the full like process of it, so that it helps you make one of these, because you can, as you can tell, deco mesh, if you catch it at the right time, you can get a really good deal on it, and a little literally goes a long way. So, which is really nice. And you can get it at Dollar Tree now, which is awesome, because you don't, I mean, you don't need a whole heck of a lot. So, we're going to spread all these little feet out. I kind of want them all going perpendicular to the wreath form, because as I lay deco mesh on here, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be cry. If my husband heard me say that, he would freak out. He does not like that. Okay, so like I said, I want the green on that first outer edge, and then I want the yellow on the inside just to give the contrast, kind of like the pot of gold and whimsy and all that. I think I have enough yellow, because this is a smaller wreath, but I'm going to break into this. The green one. Now this is humongous deco mesh. I think it's 21 inch. Was that what it was? 30 foot. Yeah, 21 inch. So this is 21 inches. So this is 1.5 times the size of my wreath form. Now here's the kicker. You have a couple options with this. One, you leave it on the bolt and you work with it on the bolt. Two, you cut sections of it and fuss with it that way. The way I do it is I leave it on the bolt. It's just easier that way. So basically you roll some out, and you have a couple options with the gather. So you can just gather it like this, where it's just like kind of willy-nilly in your hand, or you can kind of do this like fold method and then do the gather. But basically what the look you're going after is these like floofy, poofy bits on the outside of the wreath. Now, this is going to get real awkward real quick. I'm kind of debating if I want to do the curling one instead. No, I'll do that one with the Easter one because I have the littler mesh. Okay, I'm going to do the just accordion gather across the mesh. Okay, so you pick your starting point, and I am going to pick this part, which is the upper part of the wreath for you guys, and the closest part of the wreath for me, which is, you know, whatever. Sorry, I got an itch on my head. So, we're going to put that between our little legs, cross them over, and give them a twist. And I always give them an extra little twist just to make sure they are secure. Now, I don't want this one. I am hitting carpet over here. Sorry. So the way that this is rolling, if you can see, we want to gather. So basically, you can do this exact or you can guess. You spread out your deco mesh, and typically you go about 18 inches. So that's about 18 inches. So if I do that, that's how much it's going to add to the wreath. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, I could fuss with it and everything else while I'm actually doing this, but I'm not going to fuss with it until I have it all on here. It's easier for me to do it that way. It's just... These wreaths are really playful to me, and I just feel like if you're fussing with it too much, you're putting too much, like, crazy into it. I don't know. I feel like they're meant to be whimsical and fun. That's, like, the whole point. So we're going to go another roughly 18 inches. go to the next one. And it's getting all crazy curly. We're going to go in here, stick it down, and twist it a couple of times and make sure it's secure. You will not see these once we get everything on the wreath. You can hide them very easily. And what's really great about these is you can reuse the wreath form, which is really nice. So, oop, come here. I'm telling you, it looks crazy in the beginning, and then it gets better as you move along. And that's it. You just keep doing this, and then we'll be done with the bottom layer. Make sure it's on there good, because I have crazy windy weather right now. You can see how much, so we're going from 14 inches to like 20 inches. That's how Deco mesh works. So, I guess that's why I like it for my front gate, is because it's whimsical and it stands out, because we're a little bit off the road. We're not like my mom. My mom, dude, my parents' house is like an acre and a half off the road. Like, yeah, it's crazy. And I can do other wreaths as well. I have done them. If you guys want a tutorial on that, probably for spring, I will be doing another. See, now we're getting like cumbersome here, because I don't even know if I'm in frame anymore, and I have glue guns falling over. Stick there. So here's the next to last one. All right, now I'm gonna do one more. Now, by all means, you guys could have gathered this in between each section. I let it just do what it was naturally trying to do. And then we go right back to where we started and push that one in. And this is why it's so important for you to leave all these tails. Pull it tight. Twist, twist. Now, if you were doing a fully green wreath, all you would do is take the same mesh that's on this bolt over here. See, I'm still connected. And you would literally just go and do the same method, shortening the length. So I did 18 inches here, so you'd probably want to do about 10 or 12 on the next layer. And what that would do is give you a completely green full wreath. I don't want a completely green full wreath, because I want my yellows in it, because I don't know, I just like yellow and I have it, so why the heck not, right? Alright, so all I'm going to do is go down here next to this little tie and start cutting off my Deco mesh. You do not want like your nice craft scissors for this, because this is basically PVC or plastic, PVC, plastic, whatever. And it makes some crazy noises. And don't cut your loops that are next to it. Alright, so there we go, we're free. And as you can see, there was, what did I say, 30 feet on there? Yeah, 30 feet. You see, I still have plenty to make Christmas trees or whatever. So, that's really cool. Alright, and like I said, that'll all get covered just by, you take the little tails and just kind of stick them up in that other one. And they kind of just disappear. So, now I'm going to move to my inner rings, and it's basically the same steps. All I'm going to do is take my leftover yellow, and see, this is only like a 10 inch, I'm going to start in this, like in the same area so that I don't have to, you know, worry about where my bottom is. And I'm going to tightly bind this guy like so. I don't know if I'm actually going to have enough of this. I'm not. Dang it. I'm not. I think I only have about a little over a yard of this. Stinky, stinky, stinky. Well, I can still get my yellow in there. Hey, stop that. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'll do short little sections. I wish I would have found more of this yellow on clearance, but I didn't. There is another wreath I can go butcher if I need to. Okay, well that's not gonna work, so I guess we'll turn this into my bow because there'll be enough on here for my bow, but not enough for, see, there's not enough for, oh, boogers to go all the way around it again. So we're gonna go back to the green. Darn it. Let's see. Let's see if I want to do I want to do curlies and put curlies? I'll probably do curlies with this actually, since there's enough for curlies. And see, look, here's a little tube, good cardboard, couple of staples, and we'll repurpose that for something. Alright, back to green. So this time, I should have left it on the bolt, guys. Anywho, so alright. This time we're going to cut the length a little bit. I think I'm going to go down to about half of what I was doing, so about 9 inches, 9-10 inches, somewhere in there. I'm just going to guesstimate it. I'm not going to get like I was guesstimating it a minute ago when I was doing the 18. I was just using my mat, and I don't even know if I'm in frame here. So here's like the ugly, and I'm just going to stick it under there because I shouldn't have cut it, but it'll be okay. So that's on there tight, and then I'm just going to I'm just going to fan this out and determine what I want it to look like as it's catching the other stuff. And that looks good. You just want them to roughly be the same length on the layers. Like, you want this one to roughly be the same across the entire center, and then these outside ones to be roughly the same. I'm not so sure about the whole like disappearing blue now that I don't have the yellow, because I was hoping the yellow would, whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll cover those suckers up. I should have used the green or brown or something that I had. It'll be okay. Alright, so that looks good. Boo-boo. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing in the midst of all this deco mesh. Like, there's so much mesh going on. It's like, oh my goodness. It's all meshy, meshy, meshy. See? And I don't know if you guys can see that. See, this is what it's kind of looking like now, which is the effect you're going for if you're doing a traditional deco mesh. There's other ways to do deco mesh. People do all kinds on YouTube. I'm just doing this because y'all saw me haul this stuff, and I did have a couple people tell me they were interested in seeing a video. So that's what I'm doing. And hopefully my camera doesn't shut off, because that won't be cool. I don't know where the accent's coming from. Probably because it's like, you know, 9:30 on a Sunday night and I have to go to work tomorrow. I'm like, I should probably be in bed, but I want to make this wreath and get it up. Ah! Alright, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So we're about there. And then this is like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And then we have one more. One more. More. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it before I tie it down because I don't want to get into like running into my loops over here. So all I'm doing is I measured the distance here, and then I'm just going to say, okay, I want it there. So I'm just going to cut it along here. Roughly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pretty because it all gets hidden. That's why these wreaths are like my fave, because it don't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I can make the really pretty frou-frou fancy ones, but I like these. They're all fluffy and whimsical, and they're just fun. I think they're fun. Okay, yeah, I cut that all wonky. It's like all angled. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is grab my tail here, make sure that my loop-de-doo is going the right way. I hear children still up. They should not still be up. Must have been somebody brushing their teeth or something. Oh, thought I told them goodnight already, but whatevers. Oh, there we go. The light's off. Must have been a bathroom trip. Okay. So now you can fuss and fluff and make this like a giant hair tie or whatever. Yeah. That's cool. See? Put that on there like that. And you can reposition our little shamrock tail here. Now, we can either leave it like sitting up on this part, or you can dig it down in here, which is pretty much what I think I'm going to do, because I'm going to use these pipe cleaners to tie it in here. So there should be one, yep, see there's one over here. And where's the other end of it? There it is. Alright. Okay, so we can make him a little 3D. There you go. That's what he looks like. Now, there are a couple of options for this, because I still want the yellow in there. I feel like it needs the like pot of gold yellow. So what I'm going to do, what should happen is, I think if you cut like 6 inches of this, and you hear me saying I think, because this is scrap, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Alright. There we go. So this is just like, okay, maybe like 8 inches. I'm going to let it curl up and do its thing here, and then I think you twist. Yep, you twist and pinch. And then you can add these in as little like decor pieces. And all you do is just twist and add them into, you know, what's the pipe cleaners that are already there. Now you can do entire Deco mesh wreaths with these little 2B twist things, but I'm just gonna do a few to add some yellow or gold, because I like the gold. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay, that was not Irish. I think that was Jamaican, but you know, kind of being silly, Willy. Come on, scrunch. And put this one over here. Yeah, these pipe cleaners kind of act like your glue. So there you go. I've got one on each side there of my shamrock. And what's really weird is, like, with it in this position, I won't be able to get it perfectly fluffed. I'll have to go out and put it on the gate to do so. But I won't be able to take pictures of it until tomorrow. But I might hang it on the wall and kind of show you guys what it looks like after it's fluffed. Because, yeah. Why not, right? Alright, so there we go. I made another little tubey. You can do these little tubies several different ways. Whatever strikes your fancy. You can leave them like, I call them tubies. I think they're called like Deco mesh curls or something. They're a lot easier with the shorter Deco mesh as well. So there's the one at the top. Alright, let's turn to Wreath. Turn to Wreath. Alright, so yep, I'm going to cut it like right along here. And if you have a rotary cutter that'll cut through this stuff, go right ahead. But I use mine for fabric, so I don't want to use it on this because this is plastic with glitter in it. Alright. All you want to do, guys, is just make sure you're somewhat symmetrical-esque. You know, just to kind of make sense of it all. If you want asymmetry, do asymmetry. I want mine to be symmetrical, so that's what I'm doing. I mean, it won't be perfectly symmetrical all the way around because obviously I have floofies everywhere. I don't know, not my favorite. Not my favorites by far. Alright, I got a little bit of this left. I have enough for 2 more. Okay. Ah! And you can cut these Willy Wonka. It doesn't matter. The Deco mesh really. The camera just shut off, so we've been at this for half an hour. So I don't want this to be extremely long, but I want to get it done with you on film, like all the way through. Alright, so now let's look at this. I think we need one like here and like up here. So I'm going to put one on the outer edges there and there. Because I'm going to be putting like, I think I'm going to be putting a bow right here. And Lord knows, I do not have my bow maker anymore. It's so scary to be saying I'm going to make one without a bow maker. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Alright, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to hurry. You just kind of got to root around in here until you find the part that you need. And then twisty, twisty, twisty. And then tuck that. And then this one's kind of misshapen because it was the roll that was like sitting out during storage, so it's not going to be as tight. Let's see, I think I want it on this one. Yep, I want it on this one. Get in there. Where's the other half? Should be right there. Is that the other half? I hope it's the other half. Yeah, that's the other half. Alright. Okay. Okay. So that's kind of where we're sitting. It's like kind of like some of my no white space spreads. It's like crazy. Okay, so I don't want that ribbon on there now. I don't want that ribbon on there now. Nope. I'm just gonna stick some shamrocks on this sucker. I'm gonna do maybe some right in here. So, alright. Sorry if you can see my crazy feet. I don't know if you can. Let's see. Oh, that's in. Okay, that's as zoomed out as I can get right now. Alright, so this is how we're looking. All the floof. Now, you can see this little guy here. All I'm going to do is find him, stick my fingers down in there, get him tucked around the back, and then move the Deco mesh till I can't see him anymore. Like here's another one. I don't want to see him. Now if I had to use green, you probably wouldn't even be seeing these right now at all. So I need to hide this one. So that one's hid. And this one. I mean, you guys can see, you can pull them around the back and then just kind of wrap them like this instead of cutting them off, because if you do it this way, you can take this wreath back apart when you're sick of it and reuse the wreath form, which is nice. So you can just do it this way. And like here's some. See, I don't want that one necessarily curled around the inside, but I can curl there. And see, we're just curling these around like so. Flatten that guy out. Yep, so that's all I'm doing. Or you can just twist them in the back and wrap them around themselves. Like so. Like this one. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, really, whatever floats your boat. Because this part isn't seen, so it doesn't have to be, you know, super cute. And you just readjust things as you go, because some of these will move around. Like you'll see here, this one's moved a little bit, and you can literally like just, I know he's got another tail. See, he's got another tail right there, and I can just tuck that in there and reposition it. Oh, you probably can't see. Oh, you can. Okay, good. I was like, oh no, you can't see. Yeah, and that's all you do, guys. You can just, whatever works to get these pipe cleaners not viewable from the front. Like so. This will be going out, like I said, on my gate out front, which I'm super happy about, because I typically have a wreath out there for every season. And you guys know I bought all this stuff to do Valentine's Day, but I did not make a Valentine's Day wreath. I didn't do it. I was sad. Alright, let me just check this really quick. Alright, you need to floof that way. Floofy. Alright, so now with your embellishments, you can kind of put them wherever it makes sense. Like for me, there's like a spot here. I'm gonna put a couple in the middle of this shamrock. So yeah, they're pretty much, this side looks really good. This upper part doesn't look too bad. Just this part over here is bothering me. There we go. You can make it do what you want. Okay, get yourself back over there. You need to be a 2B over there. Okay. So, I'm happy with that. For the most part, and I'll fuss with it more. Next up, I'm going to, so again, Dollar Tree. Thinking I'd send these out in pocket letters or flip books, and yeah, no. So I'm thinking it's kind of the same color. Thinking. Here we go. So I think what I'm going to do, oops. Use this one instead because it's an oozy. See, this one's an oozer. No! Ouch, that's hot glue. Get off my finger. Ouch. It's not really that hot. It's a low temp. So, yeah. What I'm going to do is I am going to put a little glue in the hole. See, I swear. Glue guns. Alright, so I'm just going to put some there. Ouch. And I stuck my finger to it, of course. Alright. And maybe a little right there. Alright, that is an oozy glue gun. I don't like that one anymore. And this is really thin foam, guys. So, I mean, I'm feeling the heat right in here where I put that glue. But not that big of a deal. I'm thinking right there. Yeah, that sounds good to me. So I'm just gonna dose this up with some glue. That is a lot of glue. Perfect. And slap you down. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to put one of these right here. What's really cool about this is, like, it doesn't take much glue to melt to this because, I mean, it's plastic, so the glue's like, okay, I stick. You can just put it wherever you want. I mean, this is like over the top St. Patty's Day. It's like all over the world. It's like, yes. I want you up there. This is probably gonna look wonky once I hang it up because this is kind of oddly placed over here. I should probably hang it up on the wall. Alright, give me just 1 second, guys. Let's take a look-see. Okay, pretty sure I just nailed the camera with this, but, you know. Trying to make it cooperate and it doesn't want to. See? Ding-a-ding. And it comes off. Boom. I think I am actually going to add... Haha, changed my mind again. Okay. Where'd my scissors go? Crafting Crisis 101. Cutting utensil. Alright. This is my... Excuse me. My Dollar Tree ribbon. There we go. Just cutting the plastic off. Yeah, that'll work. It's oh, this is organza, sheer organza ribbon. So what I'm gonna do is, it says it's 6 yards, so I'm gonna save some. I'm just wrapping it around my hand. I don't really, this isn't a wired ribbon, so it's not gonna make like a perfect frou-frou bow. So I just wrapped it until there's a bit around my hand. I'm gonna make this tail about the same length. Now, you have two options. You can use another piece of ribbon to tie this, or you can use a pipe cleaner, and because I have pipe cleaners right here, I'm going to use a pipe cleaner. So I'm going to slide that off my hand, pinch it in the middle. I just want a little bow. I don't want a big bow. There's already so much going on with this that I just don't think it's necessary. So then what I did is pinched it, matched the loops, give it a few good twisties. And there's my little tails, and then all I'm gonna do is just pull out. I mean, this is not meant to be like super fancy. I just want another touch of yellow. And when I go down here, it's honestly to cover this up. I could have went a little bit bigger on this, but it'll be okay. It's just for 1 week. Actually, it's kind of annoying me now. It's like not separating. There we go. Kind of gotta like get mean with it sometimes. Alright, well, I'm not liking that so much, so got another idea. I'll cut these loops. See if I like that any better. Nope, don't like that either. Huh. Maybe I should just use the green burlap. Maybe I'll just do that. See, this is like real crafting. This is like mistakes, errors, stuff. You know, crap happens when you're crafting. Alright. Alright, so I don't have that much of this. So I think I'm just going to do a 2-loop bow. Let's see how this looks. I'm actually going to attempt to tie the bunny ears on this one. This is also not a wired ribbon. I need to get some wired ribbon. Okay, I have some, but not for St. Patty's Day. Okay, so there's a loop. Here's a loop. My tails are getting all wonky-licious. So basically when you're in this stage, this is when you like position your tails and all that stuff. Let's see. Oh, I've got tails coming out both sides. How did I manage to do that? I have no idea, but I did. Okay. So now I'm just going to sit here and fuss with it. That's good enough for me. It's not like the perfect green, but it's close enough. So I'm going to flip this over, slap some glue right here. I am very, very generous with the glue because this is going outside. Hold up everything and stick it in there. Alright, now I'll fuss with it. I don't know if I really like that color, but it's better than the other thing I had. Now, for burlap, this is gonna be weird, but what I do is I find something to protect my hand, and then I run a bead of glue, and then kind of flip it onto itself. Ouch. Ouch, without gluing your finger to it. And all done. It doesn't look all raggedy on the end. And we'll do that again. Just evening up the end there. Okay. Didn't do a good job. A little hot glue. And a pair of scissors to and I'll just stick it down to itself. What's really great is even though it's on there, that's metal, so it'll be fine. And that's what I do just to protect my fingers from the burlap. Alright, I still want this guy somewhere. I feel like he still needs to be like right in there. I don't know what's wrong with me. I want this on here. Dang you. I want you on there. Maybe I'll just stick you like up here, like that. Yeah, that's cute enough. Alright. And I do have a couple of these left for flip books or whatevers. I have a fully mess over here. I got glue strings going everywhere. And I'm probably in the shot, but I'm unplugging my glue guns because I don't think I'm going to be using them again tonight. Okay. Alright guys, so I'm going to turn this around. Hopefully you can see it pretty well. Here is my St. Patrick's Day Deco mesh shamrocky. And you can see this is like on here. These are on here. They're not going anywhere. So I'm going to hang this up on the wall and I will do a little more filming for you in just 1 second. Okay, so here it is. I know I got shadows and stuff going crazy, but you know, don't have crazy like awesome studio lights. Let's see, there's our little burlap bow, my little tails, as you can see there, and then all of my little shamrocks and my gold. And see, this one needs to be adjusted, but it's hard to do one-handed. And it'll look good on my gate, like you won't ever see through there, so yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and definitely if you make this guy, you know, tag me on Instagram or you make something similar, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.